Yeesha, our desert bird. Your search seems to take you further and further from us. I hope what you find will bring you closer.
Hello, this is your Phantom Safety Pin. Welcome back to Uru Rages Beyond Myst. Today we've got a very tedious puzzle to solve. I'm not looking forward to this. This puzzle has been the bane of my life for some 15 years, but at least we start in a good spot for it. So we got that cloth. We got most of the Relto cloths. I just have to go get more Fireflies. So yes, I do have to walk all the way back to Gira with these Fireflies. It might take me a little while. Let me find them again. Where are those little suckers? Where are those suckers? Where are ya? Little buddies. Little buddies. Where's my little buddy? There they are. Again, we're going to walk through the cloud room several times. And this whole video is pretty much just going to be just one puzzle. If I still can't get it, I'll pause. And I'll come back to when I can get it. I will tell you we need to do it twice. And the second time is a little bit more finicky than the first. Nice cloud of Fireflies. There we go. We got a nice cloud of Fireflies. It's getting kind of dark. I'm a little nervous about this. I can hear wind picking up. We might have to be careful. Once we get to Gira, it's literally just jumping that ledge and taking them into the cave to light their way to get us where we need to go. And again, this might take a little while. If it does, I will pause and we'll see what ends up happening. Because this, again, is the most tedious part of Uru. This is the most tedious part of Uru and the most annoying part of Uru. The rest of the game is tame in comparison. There's like a couple other puzzles that involve waiting, but it's not nearly as annoying as this stupid puzzle, and these stupid Fireflies, and this stupid tedium. I don't know why Cyan designed this puzzle. I really don't. I don't know why Rand Miller thought this was a good idea. I just don't know why. Oh. I should also mention, Gira has a day-night cycle. I hope my thing here works. Okay, they're good. As I said, we cannot run. It must be a walking jump. No! Okay, I'm gonna practice this jump real quick here. They're finicky. Okay. Okay, that's what I need. I need to hug the wall. I need to hug the wall. I have to hug the wall. I have to, like, face the wall and hug it. My basket's still good? Basket's still good. Okay. So I'm just gonna, like, do the easy option, which is my Relto. And this is gonna take like 20 goddamn years. I do apologize for coughing. Pollen's up in the area where I live, causing a lot of coughing to happen. You know, unfortunately, this is just the most tedious of ages, and the most tedious of puzzles in the game, and there's no two ways around it. So, again, if it becomes too tedious, I will cut out prior attempts. I'm going to try this about 3 times, but I think I've got the hang of it now. I need to hug the wall and do a walking jump. I need to hug a wall, because there is enough, like, ooh, it's getting dark, though. Yeah, there is enough, like, leeway to do a walking jump. I just have to find the leeway to do it. They're over here. Hey, buddies! Tell me, you pieces of shit. It's starting to get kind of dark, too. I hope I don't end up getting flash on in the rain. That would suck. Is that enough? I think that's enough. I think I should get some more, though. Where'd you go? Hey. Could you, like, simply not be over there? There we go. You're gonna see me doing this a lot, walking through these fireflies. Unfortunately. It's just, again, the nature of this puzzle. I don't know why Cyan wanted to make the game waste your time like this. I really don't. But now I know I need to hug the wall, so hopefully that won't happen again. Can I make it across without there being any sort of amount of trouble? Any rain, maybe? It doesn't rain for very long on Eater Chemo, but when it does rain, it downpours, as you've seen. And like I said, this is just tedium, the puzzle, and I feel like it's dark. But I can't tell. Like, you can tell usually before it rains, it starts getting like that whooshing wind, and then it gets like really, really dark. Yep, you hear that, and then it starts getting really dark, and then it rains. Okay. So now that we know, we have to hug the wall. I think I can do this. And yes, I swear this really is what you gotta do. There is no other way to do this. Hug the wall, hug the wall, hug the wall, hug the wall. Jump! Ugh. What? Okay, yes, they'll tolerate one small jump. And that's about it. One small jump, and that's about it. You can't jump again. So we got that part of the puzzle done. Unfortunately, we're not completely done with the puzzle. We have to do it again. But we've done it. We've made it in here with these fireflies, and we're able to walk into this dark tunnel. And we can see in the dark tunnel, sort of. And press this. And this does not activate unless you have the fireflies. It deadass does not activate unless you have the fireflies. There's no changing it. You can't do anything about it. And there is another area up here we have to explore. And yes, you do have to jump through that waterfall. Yes, it's tedious. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, we'll have to get fireflies again. But we've got a pathway open. So we've made progress, which is good. Progress is good. Progress is good. Ooh, what's back here? Back the ones we came? That's back the way we came. And now we know that we got light, so we don't need these fireflies technically anymore. We could shake them off if we want to. I'm going to keep them, just because I want to have them for the light to walk through these tunnels with. You'll notice there's an area back here. This area over here. We have to jump across that with more fireflies. But we do not have a way to get across without getting our feet wet. So our solution, obviously, is more baskets. We need to find some more baskets. Yeah, this puzzle is real piece of work. It's a real piece of work. I don't know what Rand was thinking when he designed this. I don't know why Cyan designed this. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. I really don't, but that's really what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. And if you were wondering, yes, you can take these with you into Relto. I don't usually, because I like having the rain. The fireflies, notably, do not like rain. Maybe I do need to, like, do a little more exploring. I mean, I'm going to keep these fireflies just because I don't want them. I will show you that, you unfortunately do lose them when you jump again. Because I may as well. We can kind of see in these tunnels now, so it's not a big deal. What you really got to do is walking, jump across them, like that. They can only tolerate one jump. They're one-jump fireflies. Kind of like One Punch Man, but terrible. And it's down here we need to go. But as you can see, it's dark in there. We need more fireflies. Yeah, once you get to this point, it's not a big deal. But it's just the puzzle is extremely, extremely tedious. We don't have fireflies anymore, but that's okay. Because we have light and we can see in this tunnel now. You can see up to go here. So as you'll notice, we're in another little waterfall area. Which I believe should give us access to another little cave. We're actually on top of that main waterfall. Back here. Hey, did you like kicking baskets? You like kicking those baskets? Me neither. And no, you cannot take these baskets. It's only these two. You get 2 more baskets. You get 2 more of these baskets. And that's it. And you have to find a way to finagle them in such a way you can walk across to that cave without jumping. Eater gear is annoying. And yeah, this is the puzzle that stuck with me. This is the puzzle that stuck with me. For 15 horrendous years, this puzzle stuck with me and sucked. There's never been a patch release to make this easier. They've never redesigned it. Nobody has ever in Mola changed it to be less tedious as far as I know. That's just what this puzzle is. This puzzle just sucks and there's nothing else to it. As Rand Miller and Cyan intended. Thanks, y'all. Okay, this basket's starting to annoy me. Do I have to, like, take a running jump at this basket? Go! Thank you. So now we splash down into the pond. And as you can see, they're on kind of the wrong side. Well, no, they're on the right side. So we're going to play in the waterfall and move these into position so that when we walk across them, it makes a bridge and we don't get our feet wet. As I stated, the fireflies do not like water. They really don't. Violate at the first sight of it. And they're very finicky little bastards, unfortunately, as you've seen. So this can take quite a bit of time, and again, if it takes too long, I will in fact just like cut it out. I'm hopeful it does not. Because that would really suck. And yes, again, reminder, Uru is a game with tank controls. So you have to do it all with tank controls. Worst puzzle in the game. Worst puzzle in any Gist game. By far. I'm going to test this and make sure this bridge works here. Real quick. I walk across it. I should not get my feet wet. Not fall in. Yes, okay, we're good. Bridge is good. Time to go back to Hell Age. Oh, my basket seems to have fallen a little out of place. Let me double check and make sure that that's working still. Just double check and make sure this bridge works. For me. Yes, we're good. But I'm still going to push it a little bit inwards because I'm a little nervous. I'm a little cagey. There we go. Again, this really is the solution. This is really the solution. Cyanid physics puzzles. This puzzle has driven people to severe levels of cataplectic rage. I am not even kidding. This is what... Oh, I went to the wrong spot. My bad. I don't want to be all the way back here. I want to take the Relto Express. Yes, you could technically cloth your way in. But I prefer not to. Thankful this is the absolute last chapter of Vanilla Uru. This is the last of the content from Uru as it was in Uru Ages Beyond Myst. And once we finish this, we never, ever, 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 ever have to do it again. Fireflies. Fireflies. I believe they reuse these fireflies for End of Ages. I might be wrong. What you doing, little buddies? Any more fireflies, please? Friends. Friends, come back, my friends. Friends, friends, come back, friends. 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 I think that's enough fireflies. Now we just need to walk. We have one jump. And we have to use that one jump to jump across that waterfall. It's not a hard jump to make. But this puzzle is tedious. These ages are tedious. They're realistically not at all that bad. But they take so much time. And let's just say there's a reason people don't design puzzles like this anymore. The Cyan wanted to be bold and innovative. Dare to be obnoxious. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be Cyan. We are almost out of this age. And I promise once we do this, we never have to do it again. Oh, frick. The camera. That camera screw always gets me. I hate that interface screw. And I have not played this game, like I said, in about 15 years. But I do remember this. This has left a scar on me indelibly. Indelibly, indelibly. As being just the worst freaking puzzle ever. Ever designed. If there are any game devs in the audience, never ever design your puzzle like this. If there is anybody in the audience who wants to become a game dev, never make your puzzle like this. If you want to make an interesting... Okay. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? I'm so tired of fireflies, tired of fireflies, tired of fireflies, whoa, just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home, whoa. Okay. So we're almost out of the woods, I believe. Oh, wrong cave. My bad. That's not it. We want to go the other direction. This direction. This direction, please. So now I'm going to hope and pray to Yahweh Almighty that I do not mess up this jump. Because I don't want to have to do this puzzle one more time. Hold tight. They'll come back. Now, as long as we don't fall off... Oh, thank God! Praise Yahweh, we're done. Oh, that's it. That was it. Now, this journey hop does not activate unless you have the fireflies. Or this area lit up. And now we are done with Idur Gira. We never have to come back here again. We're finished. We really are finished. Woo! And that's it. That's really it. That's it. I promise that's it. That's it. That's it. We can play in the water all we want. We're done. We never have to worry about the Idur Gira fireflies again. We're done. We got all the journey cloths. Woo! The worst part about Uru is over! Oh, wait. There is that one puzzle. Oh, frick. I forgot that one puzzle. Oh. I just want to take one last look to kind of admire the beautiful stars here coming out in Idur Gira. This day-night cycle. I don't think Idur Chemo has a day-night cycle, but it has the weather effect, which is very cool. So I'm just going to take, I think I'll actually take the long way right now to Idur Chemo, and we'll head through that journey door together. And that's it. That really is it. That was the whole Firefly puzzle. 2 ages, want a horrible puzzle that I never ever want to do ever again. And thankfully, we'll never have to do ever again. Gonna take a nice jog through Eater Chemo and vibe and enjoy the pretty scenery. Yeah, I can take a shortcut. My god. Ugh. But with that, the most obnoxious parts of Uru Vanilla are over. We still got a few more other obnoxious bits in Uru to do. But those will wait for another time. Yeesha, I've come to bargain.
Many stories were there for the Dini to learn from, but they didn't hear them. The ancient tales of Tuat's Ocean, or of course the story of King Shomat and his brothers, which even speaks of gardens and death. But no one truly listened. The garden ages of the proud are beautiful, but they are built on the backs of the least. The ages like Chemo and Gira are a sampling of the playthings of Dini. With disregard, the least were stripped from their homes. The lives in those ages were consumed and the Dini gave nothing back. And whatever is not given back will be taken. The journeys are complete. Now take the final pillar. Take it, but hear all I've said. It's the whispers and murmurs that reveal the simple truths. You hold the precious soul of a Bahro in your age, in your hand. Such things are not meant to be held. Do what I do. I have learned things, seen things, written things they never thought possible. I have seen the real treasures that are protected by the petty fences of their rules. I have found the precious gold buried deep beneath the weighty mountains of their laws. This is my journey too. I am returning what has been given. These years I've spent, this path I've traveled, this gift I've been given, this purpose weighs on me, my burden, the legacy of my father Atris. For we are shaping Dini. We will mold what comes after. We cannot keep the power and the pride from ruining this new Dini, but we can prepare those who will read between the lines. The least are returning. The stream in the cleft is returning. Life is returning. The fissure is returning. The circle will be completed when you give back what you have taken. You must return.
All right. So these things hold the Bahro's soul? Bahro souls. Well, nothing left to do but jump into the cleft. Here we go. Once more into the fissure. So the cycle is complete. Interesting. What has been activated, I wonder? Fascinating. So now, as Yeesha said, we have one final task. We could keep these in the age, but they're not really ours, are they? They don't belong to us. I don't think I really want a creepy soul of something in my age either. That seems like bad juju. Maybe. Just maybe. We should be heading back through some doors. We're going to start with a very particular one, I think. Take one last tour of the ages. We do have to go back through all the Bahro doors. We're gonna do them in the same way we did to start with. I feel like it only seems right. Let's start with Garrison. Now remember, Garrison has a little bit of an issue with its jumping mechanics, but I might be able to do it without having to worry if I'm careful. I will attempt. I don't claim to say that it'll happen. If it doesn't happen, aha, okay. Okay, so now it works, okay. I guess when you link there, it works. Alonzi! Ha ha ha! I've gotten good at that. Well, my friend the lease, my friend the borrow. Let's journey one more time through this door together. Let's see what awaits. Oh, that's interesting. There is a symbol here. I am going to make note of these symbols. Real quick. Just take my phone, make a note of these symbols. Because this secret actually does change each time you boot up Uru. So I am going to change this one. Take this one real quick. And so, we return the first pillar. And we jump to the stars. Whoa, 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 wait, whoa, 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 whoa! That's not the Starfisher! Oh. That wasn't the Starfisher. That was something completely different. That was the Dunny Great Caverns, friend. That was not the Starfisher. But Garrison is done. Now to Teledon. I believe the borrow cave is back this way. Down here? Am I correct? Forget where the borrow cave is, actually. I know it's in the tunnels. Gotta get in the tunnels. This is not the tunnels, I don't think. That's the upstairs. So that's incorrect. Frick, where are the tunnels? I forget. Phantom forgot where the tunnels were. Phantom forgot where the tunnels were! Ah, we're in the tunnels. And then now to the second borrow door. Of course. We borrowed a borrow, so we borrowed a borrow. We borrowed a borrow. God! We borrowed a borrow and now we are unborrowing it. Boop. I'm gonna go into F1 here. Take another picture. That is so weird. It's like... Oh, you can jump to the other side. Oh, could you? Can I jump to this side? That's my question. Nope, it doesn't. It blocks you off. That's so nuts that it drops you, like, right above the Great Lake. In the cavern. That is so crazy. Oh. That looks pretty fishery to me. That certainly does. I'm not an expert on fishers. That most certainly does, though, indeed look like a fisher. And Teledon is done. Kadish Shalesa awaits. This really is what you have to kind of do. Go back here. Well, that's going to be problematic. But no, it's not. I believe this is the way you need to go. I might be wrong. This is the way you need to go. But yes, so what I'm hearing correctly is, according to Yeesha, what she said there is, she went on a journey to understand the art and learn about the Dunny and her heritage and all that. And she found the Borrow, and she took a Borrow soul back with her, where she dwelled on Relto for a little while. And then she, like, realized, hey, I can't just keep this person's soul. That's really weird and really sus. So let's not do that. Instead, let's not take the Borrow soul. And let's actually, instead, put it back where it came from and befriend the Borrow. That is how Yeesha became the protector of the Borrow, is from what I understand. Real-time ladder climbing action. Woo! Ooh! Woo! So I believe, as we all remember, the cave in Kadish Shalesa is over here. And I believe it's, like, kind of off this path over here. And it is best to reach in, like, first person. Right here. Kind of cracks up a little bit to think of Yeesha having, like, done all this jumping, though. We made it, okay. And then, here we go. Third Borrow Cave. And in we go. And you'll notice, too, that as we do more and more of this, the cave gets more and more complete. But, eventually the floor kind of closes over. Let me just get a nice picture of this here symbol here. And then we jump into Dunny. Woo! And we bump against the wall, okay. I remember the first time seeing that, I was so weirded out. Like, when I first played it, I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Just one more remains. And you and I both know where it is, I think. In that age that gave us so much trouble, that age we raged at and hated so much. You. And so it goes. Prepare yourself, friends. We are nearly there. The end of Uru awaits. Not the direction we want to go? Direction we want to go? We're not quite yet, my bad. We want to go this way. This is the direction we want to go. Past these brain trees. You! But yes. The journey is nearing its end, my friends, at least for the vanilla content. There is, of course, more to explore. Dunny beckons. The city awaits after the end of this. But we're not done here. But this is the end of Yeesha's journey. The first journey of Uru. And the one that kind of informed the precursor to Mola and Myst Online Uru Live. And so, we return the fire pillar. Puzzle is complete. Welcome back home, little friend. Welcome back home, my friend. My little buddy. And that's it. That really is it. So let's look around this Barrow cave before we head out. Barrow is so strange and weird, man. Yet they make such interesting structures. One last look before we fall into Dunny. Well. Oh, I don't want to fall into it yet. I want to look at it. That surely is quite a long fall down. Yeah, that's a starfish if I ever saw it. Wow. One last quick look around Relto. We found everything we pretty much can here so far. But we haven't found everything that can make Relto Relto. We'll be looking for more Relto claws, don't you worry. Relto stones, don't you worry. But I think Fisher awaits. I will finalize one thing, because I don't like to leave things unfinished. Check my books. I'm a bit paranoid, a bit like Adris. And so, well, my friends, here we go. The end of Uru. The end of Uru edges beyond Myst. Here we go! That was a little off anticlimactic. Let's not do that way. How about Geronimo! Oh? Oh. Seems all roads from the Fisher lead back to Earth. Not far from where that their thing fell, is it? Yeah, friends, we did indeed just fall out of the sky and land back on Earth. That is how Fishers do. And now we have a task. Do the impossible. My friends, we gotta bring rain to this place. Gotta do what Yeesha did. Turn to the left. Before we go, I just want to do a little bit of looking around. Just a little bit of looking around. Not too much. Is Andy still there? I just had... No, he's not. Wonder where he went to. Interesting. But can't keep reminiscing forever. So you remember back at the very start when we did all that nonsense earlier in the cleft? And we, oh hey! Well, there's water here now. That wasn't there before. All sorts of, like, wandering around in the cleft. There was a specific room that we had to go check out. And I believe the game also liked to freeze around this area, so bear with me if it does that. But there was a room that had a certain puzzle. We need to finish that puzzle with the symbols we found. And we will. If it does pause, I apologize. It does freeze, I apologize. Advance. I believe it was over by the back here. I might have been wrong. Might be wrong. Yep. Back this way, yep. It was up this way, I believe. So nothing has really changed, has it? Nothing's really changed at all, has it? Interesting. Yeah, this puzzle. Remember this puzzle? So we need to match the sequence that we found in the borrowed caves. And the sequence we have, like I said, is different every time. That one's correct. That one's correct. Correct. This one is different. We kind of lucked out. I think this is it. Nope. Maybe that's wrong. Did I vanish? Huh. It might be that I have it slightly incorrect. I do have the right symbols, but it might be actually this. I might be wrong, but those are the symbols. I just need to make sure the symbols are correct. So I figured it out. And what happened is it does have to be, they have to be across from each other. Did a little playing around, they have to be across from each other. So I believe this is what you have to do. They have to be across from each other. If I did this right. No, you should. Yep. That's not correct. Okay, they do have to be across from each other. And I think it has to be, I'm going to try flipping them around and seeing what happens. And then I believe you press the blue button. If I, there we go.
An ending has been written. You've done all that has been asked. You've traveled the full circle. You have returned to the cleft through the fissure. You swam among the stars and saw the remnants of previous journeys. You have returned, and the pillars were returned, and now one more of the Bahro, the least, has been returned to Denis. You don't need to understand what that means, only that the hand of the Maker has set it in motion. Now the circle is complete, and the tree has begun to grow again. The path is now open, and so the symbol of the journey must change. Now the beginning is tied to the end. Now you can go where you wish. The restoration of Denis awaits. The deep city breathes. Uru again. And I will be concerned with other things. The least are becoming greater. They will now also affect the restoration. Perhaps not the way others had planned. You've learned about the pride of Denis. The great writers of worlds were infected with pride that became a cancer. It grew quietly beneath the surface, but it grew until Denis could live no more. But those things have been told. You understand it well, I think. Let us end this cycle with rewards before we start the next cycle. Relto, the high place. Your age now. It was the first age I wrote a gift for my parents, and now much more. It reminds me of another home, another place. I even placed the library in the place it belongs. But Relto will change. It will be your soul, showing what you are. Only I could write Relto. It's beyond what the Denis could accomplish. Keep it.
Okay.
And I've given you clothing that represents your journey. Wear this to show others what side you've taken, when sides are taken.
I see.
When you wear it, you will tell all that you side with us. With Yeesha, with the Barrow, it will not always be easy. And another gift is here, a link to the cleft here in Torana. You haven't been able to return here, but now you can. This book will take a special place on your shelf. This place is not meant to be shared. Return here alone when you wish to remember the cycle of things.
Okay. Thank you, Yeesha. Whoa! Whoa! Hi!
Returning. One final gift. Something that no Denis writer has been able to do for more than 10,000 years. I alone can write this gift. I alone am chosen to do this and more. This gift is what my father Atris would have longed to give his grandmother Tiana. What Tiana longed for and danced for. The gift of life in the desert.
Well, did you just make it friggin' rain? Did you just make it rain? Yeesha! Yeesha!
The ending has not yet been written.
Whoa. So now I believe that, for the record, you have two versions. Oh. You have two versions of the cleft you can go to now. The ending's not yet written, as she said. There's something more to explore here. Something more to look into here. And that is, in fact, the only time you will see Yeesha in that form physically in the game. She's a hologram every other time. And I believe originally she was, in fact, not a hologram, but... She was originally not a hologram, but they replaced her with holograms in the other versions of Uru, once they redid it. I might be wrong. As you can see, it is running in the cleft. We could go this way back to Relto, but we're not gonna. And if any of you do live in a desert world, like a desert state or anywhere in the United States, you will know that rain in the desert is very uncommon. Very, very, very uncommon. As in, like, it never happens. So Yeesha has done something quite miraculous indeed. She has literally written into the Book of Earth that it is raining in the desert, is what she's saying. Whoa! That's the one we freed. That's the Barrow we freed. Shaking your head like you can't believe it. I can't believe it either, man. That was Uru. Ages beyond Myst. That concludes our journeys into Uru. There's nowhere else left for us to go, actually. Some places to explore, I think. Some blue flowers. Now, if you've read the Book of Atris, you know what blue flowers kind of represent. But we are now in the rainy cleft. We can't explore it. There's a few things around here we can find, I believe. Wow. I don't believe you get that. Oh. Sandy's gone. Ooh. Woo! Yes, there's a few other things we can explore. That caldera. You can't get into it in Uru. But you can in End of Ages. I mean, we know what's in there in End of Ages. But, yes. We have completed Uru. And in doing so, the rainy cleft is ours to explore. So explore it we shall real quick. Nothing else has changed. It's pretty much the same. You have some water now. I don't think there's anything else you can find here, but it's nice to see rain in the desert and jog around in the desert, isn't it? Imagine being so powerful that you can make rain happen in the desert and do impossible things. And as stated, Uru Ages Beyond Myst was kind of sort of the prequel to Myst Online, or also called Myst Online Uru Live. Currently called Myst Online Uru Live again. And the end point of the vanilla version of Uru is when it rains in the cleft. And as you saw, those creatures climbing the caldera were Barrow. I believe the one that you see that screeches to the heavens excitedly is the one that it is implied that that is the one that you saved. That's the one that you freed from the pillars and stuff. That is the one. That's the one that you went on the journey to free. But I don't know how true that is. Ooh, birdies. Birdies. But I believe that actually is all that there is. We've done everything we can in Uru. For now. But of course, I think we all know the ending hasn't truly been written, has it? Let's head back to Relto and one more time take a look at what's become of our brand new age. As you said, Relto is our home now. This is our age. And everything in it kind of belongs to us. I think one more ceremonial change of the clothes is in order. And as you can see, there is a brand new book on our shelf. The book that we have now is access to the cleft on Earth with the rainy and the sunny version. Now, normally, a linking book does not have two panels, but Yeesha's a little weird. And she does some weird things. All of our Uru Ages Beyond Myst books are full. And now all that's left is to go to Dunny. Perhaps seek the path of the shell. Who knows? I will do one final ceremonial clothing change. Just to, you know, show up. She said she did offer us some clothing. This is our clothing. We can, in fact, change the colors on this. And I will. I'm going to change the colors to kind of a striking red and black design. Or rather, green, actually. Green is my favorite color. Green and black. We'll go green and black. I think that's fair. And then as for... I'm going to keep the dunny goggles. I like the dunny goggles. And then I'm going to change the face. I think the necklace here is fine. That's my hat. I like my hair the way it was, I think. We do have the different DRC hats, as you can see. And, that, I think, is probably gonna actually do it. Keep my same clothes here, I think. There are more clothing, there's more clothing that we can get. But for now, Yeesha shirt. I believe there is still a fissure on our Relto. I'll have to double check. As you can see, rain has been added to the Relto. It is actually raining now. Ah, the cleft is gone. It does not return to us. Tragically. But in fact, I don't think it has to, really. Well, that was quite a journey, wasn't it? You can reseal the borrow pillars. I'm not going to, because that's not fair. Leave the poor guys alone. We cannot get to that far island, but there will be something on it in a minute. Once we continue our journeys. Because as we all know, that's not quite the finality of it all. There's a bit more we have to look into. So until next time, this has been the Phantom Safety Pin. This has been Uru Complete Chronicles. That was the Uru Ages Beyond Myst content. And I'll see you next time when we voyage to Dunny. Goodbye for now.